everyone. You're watching Awaz News. I'm Kubra Ali and I'll be taking you through top news across Canada.
Bank of Canada holds interest rates, says future talks could revolve around when to begin cuts. Police issue arrest warrant for mother who allegedly abducted her 3 children. High-risk player at Ontario casino bought $80,000 in chips with grocery bag full of cash, AGCO. Arrest made in stabbing near Toronto High School that reportedly involved machete. Some flights temporarily grounded at Toronto Pearson Airport due to fog. Toronto could implement new speculation tax on foreign home buyers starting next year.
These were the headlines. Now let's jump right into the details.
Toronto police have charged a 17-year-old suspect with aggravated assault following a stabbing near North York High School earlier this week. Police said officers were called to the area of Finch Avenue West and Bathurst Street at approximately 3:40 p.m. on Monday for reports of a person with a knife. At the time, police indicated that a masked suspect may have been armed with a machete. One victim was stabbed several times and sustained serious but non-life-threatening injuries. It's unclear if either the suspect or the victim are students at nearby Northview Heights Secondary School, which was placed under lockdown during the police investigation. Foreign buyers who want to purchase a home in Toronto could soon face an even steeper price tag if City Council approves a new municipal tax that aims to curb real estate speculation. If approved, the Municipal Non-Resident Speculation Tax (MNRST), which is on the agenda at next week's Executive Committee meeting, would force foreign buyers to pay an additional 10% on the purchase price of residential property starting in January 2025. The primary objective of the MNRST is to safeguard and enhance the availability of residential housing supply and to maintain a level of affordability in the residential real estate market by discouraging international buyers from purchasing property in the City of Toronto, particularly those buyers who do not intend to live in the property or where the purchase is more purely speculative motives, a new staff report read. The tax, according to the report, is expected to deter real estate speculation when coupled with other land transfer-related impacts. The report noted that the municipal tax will mirror the province's non-resident speculation tax (NRST), which was implemented in 2017 and charges foreign buyers a tax of 35% of the purchase price of certain properties throughout Ontario. The same exemptions and refunds outlined in the provincial tax will apply to the municipal tax, including a rebate for foreign nationals who become permanent residents of Canada within 4 years of purchase date. The MNRST will not include multi-residential apartment buildings with more than 6 units, agricultural land, commercial land, and industrial land. Exemptions will be considered for foreign nations who are nominated under the Ontario Migrant Nominee Program, as well as protected persons, including refugees. Properties jointly purchased by foreign national and a spouse who is Canadian, citizen, permanent resident, nominee, or protected person will also be excluded from the tax. The province previously offered specific rebates for international students and foreign nationals working in Ontario, but those were phased out in 2022 and therefore will not be included in municipal policy. While the goal of the tool is to reduce real estate speculation and not maximize revenue generation, it is estimated that it could contribute as much as $15 million to cities' coffers in the first year of implementation. Since the provincial non-resident speculation tax was introduced in 2017, Ontario has collected a total more than $1 billion, with about half of this revenue attributed to home purchases in the City of Toronto. The staff report recommends implementing the tax on January 1, 2025 after a 2-year federal ban on purchase of homes by foreign buyers has lifted. City staff note that since the federal ban was put in place, provincial NRST revenue collected in 2023 for Toronto properties was down by more than 65% compared to 2022. Members of the city's executive committee will discuss the report at the next meeting on January 30th. Some flights at Toronto Pearson International Airport have been temporarily grounded by NAV Canada due to dense fog reducing visibility on Wednesday. Weather continues to affect flights across the eastern seaboard, a spokesperson for the airport said in a post on social media. The spokesperson added that the inclement weather will likely cause flight delays to and from Boston, New York, Washington, Charlotte, Chicago, Dallas, Houston, San Francisco, Seattle, and Denver. A fog advisory was issued for Toronto and parts of Greater Toronto Area Wednesday morning as a stretch of mild weather arrives in the region. Hamilton and Vaughan were included in the advisory as fog rolled into the region, reducing visibility for motorists, cyclists, and pedestrians. Toronto will close out the week with stretch of warmer weather, with Environment Canada calling for a high of 3 Celsius on Wednesday, 4 Celsius on Thursday, and 7 on Friday. The average daytime high for late January is several degrees cooler at minus 2.4 Celsius. The mild conditions are expected to continue this weekend, with the National Weather Agency forecasting a high of 5 Celsius on Saturday. Toronto has seen notably little snow and significantly more rain this winter than in past years. Speaking to Awaz News, Environment Canada senior climatologist Dave Phillips said it is one of the tamest winters Toronto has seen in years. Speaking to Awaz News early this month, Phillips also noted how little sunshine Toronto has seen this winter. He said Toronto would have seen roughly between 190 to 200 hours of clear skies throughout the winter so far. Well, all we have had is 30, he said. It's almost like the sun doesn't appear anymore. It's almost like a Vancouver kind of winter. Snow and more seasonable temperatures are expected to return next week. The Bank of Canada held its key interest rate at 5% Wednesday and signaled it has begun discussing when it should start cutting rates. With overall demand in the economy no longer running ahead of supply, Governing Council's discussion of monetary policy is shifting from whether our policy rate is restrictive enough to restore price stability to how long it needs to stay at the current level, Governor Tiff Macklem said in prepared remarks. The Bank of Canada's decision to hold its key rate comes as no surprise. Weaker economic growth, along with slowing inflation, has allowed the central bank to hold its policy rate steady and monitor how the economy is responding to higher rates. However, economists have been eagerly waiting for any sign from the bank on when it may pivot to rate cuts. Despite the shift in messaging, Macklem maintained that the central bank is still open to more rate hikes if inflation doesn't cooperate. That doesn't mean we have ruled out further policy rate increases. If new developments push inflation higher, we may still need to raise rates, Macklem said. The Bank of Canada's press release on the rate decision also noted that the Governing Council is still concerned about the stubbornness of elevated inflation. Canada's annual inflation rate ticked back up in December to 3.4% as underlying price pressures remained high. Ahead of Wednesday's decision, forecasters were widely expecting weakness in the Canadian economy would prompt the central bank to begin cutting rates as early as the spring. The Bank of Canada's latest forecast released today suggests the economy will continue to be weak before rebounding in the second half of the year, while inflation is still expected to return to 2% in 2025. Its forecasts are mostly unchanged from October. The city is working to bring its various boards and agencies under a single central IT system as Toronto works to avoid another disastrous cyber attack. Toronto has been hit with 2 notable cyber attacks over the past few months. An attack on the Toronto Public Library in October has crippled the library system for months, making it difficult for patrons to use computer facilities and borrow items. Another attack targeted the Toronto Zoo early this month. In both cases, hackers stole personal information about employees. The zoo said that the stolen information included past earnings information, social insurance numbers, birth dates, telephone numbers, and home addresses. In an email to Awaz News, the city confirmed that neither the zoo nor the library were part of Toronto's central IT system prior to the attack, nor did they fall under the responsibility of Office of the Chief Information Security Officer. According to the city, the Office of the Chief Information Security Officer, CISO, establishes and oversees the city's overall cyber strategy to detect, prevent, respond, and recover the cyber threats. But while that office offers cybersecurity services such as cyber assessments and employee training to agencies, boards, and corporations, those bodies don't fall under their responsibility. The City of Toronto has dozens of agencies, boards, and corporations, including Toronto Police, the TTC, Toronto Hydro, and Toronto Community Housing. Mayor Olivia Chow said last week that while Toronto's central system is considered to be very secure, various boards and agencies at the city have systems which are not part of the central system. She said the city is now working to change that. But the city has nonetheless experienced its own breaches in the past. In 2021, the city said it had been the victim of a potential cyber breach related to third-party file transfer software. The city said at the time that other organizations had been affected by the same attack and noted that it successfully wards off cyber attacks on a daily basis. Experts say that the recent attacks highlight the vulnerability of local institutions to attacks from cyber criminals and say that such attacks are only likely to increase in the future. Ontario's gambling watchdog has slapped a popular Niagara Falls casino with a fine after it allegedly allowed a high-risk player to exchange $80,000 in cash for chips and walk out without gambling. In a news release, the Registrar of the Alcohol and Gaming Commission of Ontario AGCL announced the $70,000 fine, $10,000 less than the value of money that was allegedly laundered against MGE Niagara Entertainment Inc., which operates Falls View Casino Resort. The AGCO alleges that in April 2023, a patron went to Salon Privé, a high-limit gaming area within the casino that offers players sophistication and discretion according to Falls View website. Once there, the patron presented a casino attendant with $80,000 in strapped $100 bills, which was held in reusable grocery bag, the AGCO said. Surveillance showed that once the money was counted and confirmed, the patron left the table with casino chips without playing at that time, the news release read. The AGCO said the patron was previously identified as high risk by the casino, but no steps were taken to notify officials or on-site police as is the protocol. Moreover, Falls View failed to take any meaningful steps to confirm the patron's source of funds as required by the registrar's standards for gaming anti-money laundering rules. In a statement to Awaz News, a spokesperson for Falls View Casino said it respectfully disagrees with the decision. Falls View Casino Resort is a company devoted to compliance and good citizenship. We will be appealing the decision and look forward to presenting our case, a spokesperson said in an email. Police have issued an arrest warrant for Clarington mother who is accused of abducting her 3 children last month. Police say that an investigation regarding the whereabouts of the 3 children and their mother began in December 2023. They say that there have been no safety concerns for the children. But despite being in contact with the mother, police say that investigators have been unable to locate her or the children. Police say that while numerous processes have taken place between the courts and the Children's Aid Society, the mother is no longer cooperating with the officers. Police are asking anyone who knows the location of 11-year-old Leon, 10-year-old Christopher, 9-year-old Thomas or their mother to please contact authorities. A warrant for the arrest of 54-year-old Astrid Skiller of Clarington has also been issued. Skiller is wanted for 3 counts of abduction by parent and disobey court order.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kubra Ali. I'll see you back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.